Hello there, gentlemen. I thought today we'd take a minute to discuss the importance of the combustion V6 engine when it comes to the proper ratio of oxygen flow to get the optimal kind of. Right, listen. The women have gone now. They've scrolled past this bullshit. It's just me and you left, guys. Here's the problem that we have, and I need you to take action. We are under threat, right? You need to take action. We're under threat. It's not from AI. It's not from rising house prices, right? It's not that. It's from a fictional elf character in a book called Rhysand. From this series of books, A Court of Thorns and Roses, right? Now here's where the problem lies. My good lady wife has taken to reading these books of an evening. So she'll say, oh, I'm away to bed and you stay down here, you watch your boy shows. I'm going to go upstairs and read my books. Intelligent, because I'm an intellectual. I'm going to go read my books upstairs. You come up, so I come up then like an hour later. She's still in bed. The book is turned off. Oh, you're here early. Flushed, right? Flushed. What is she reading there, you know? I find the book is A Court of Thorns and Roses. I do a bit of investigations and decide to read the said books to find out exactly what I'm competing with. Gentlemen, we are in danger, right? There's a character in these books, and there are spoilers ahead, certain small spoilers. If you plan to read these books, maybe skip ahead, right? But there's a character called Rhysand. He is like a high elf, like lord, and he's draped in shadows and darkness and magic, and he's got the abs. He looks like you've taken a Greek statue and you've dipped it in glitter, and you're like, look at this, glowing with magic. I don't glow with magic. I glow with the light of the refrigerator when I'm eating like leftover cheesecake at 2 in the morning, right? That's how I glow. He wears suits that are all beautifully tailored and satin shirts and fucking flowing hair and smug face, sultry. There's that sultry kind of. I can't do sultry. I look like I'm having a stroke, right? But he does sultry, right? But all these, if I wear a suit, I look like I've got a court case pending, right? How could he compete with that? The dude's got wings, right? The dude can, big old powerful wings, he swoops in and picks them up and carries them into the sky, and there's wind through his hair, and he's all sultry, right? I get winded climbing the stairs. If I offered my wife a piggyback, I'd probably tear a hamstring, right? It's not the same. You can't compete with that. Say, for example, you said, right, let's have a romantic evening. We'll get a couple of drinks, we'll put a bit of Netflix on, you know, and it's a summer evening, still a bit light outside, so you think, you know, pull the blinds, but you don't want to get off your ass because it's too far away to pull the blinds. If you're Rhysand, though, you can go, click, darkness, right? The man's basically a sentient blackout curtain. How do you compete with that? You know, the dude's out there wooing Feyre, darling, Feyre, darling. That's all I said, Feyre, darling, right? Whispering in her ear, you are my queen, my goddess, you know. I'm whispering in my wife's ear, have you taken the bins out? Right, that's the level we're at. But gentlemen, we can fight back. What you need to do is do what I'm doing, is read these books. I'm currently just starting book 3. And do you know what? Actually, they're not that terrible. There's some good action sequences, not a bad story in there. If you can get past the fingering and the fairy naked penises and the elves giving it some of that, if you can get past that, then the story itself's quite good. My tactic is that we form a group, right, an alliance of men. Wait for it. The Men's Fictional Character Defence League, right? That's us. So we use their tactics against them, the book's tactics against them. What we do, you read the books, you get the knowledge, right, and you use it. Have a meal, get some candles, break out the fancy plates, right, the fancy china, have all that good to go. During the meal or after the meal, you sit back and you unbutton a couple of your buttons, you know, just as you get a bit of the plumage to get the musk flowing, get the musk going, and say to her, this meal was delicious, but fit for you, my beautiful mate. In fact, no, right? Don't use mate. This bugs me too, because in the book, Rhysand uses the word mate and turns it into this beautiful, sultry, passionate, you are my mate. And women go, oh, the fucking teaser away, right? They fall for it. If we use mate, if I called my wife mate, right? If I went through there, all right, mate, she's going to punch me in my mouth, right? You can't call them mate. We need to stand up against this. We need to form the men's fictional character defense league, right? The MFCDL, to stand against this bullcrap. If you're with me, comment below. Cheerio, good luck.